Hey VC, Tony back. Thanks for stopping in again. Just going to do a video about my modest but pretty cool Black Sabbath vinyl collection. I've had these records, since high school. A lot of them since high school. Some of them I picked up used. I'm not sure where I got them, except for a couple, which I know exactly where I got them. I say records because the other day I had to chastise a new friend of mine that is a young fellow, 35, 40, into vinyl. And he called vinyls, plural. And after 5 or 10 minutes of him saying vinyls like maybe 6 times or 7 times, I said vinyl is plural already. It's like saying deers. You don't say deers, you say deer. And he got the message, but it's just a pet peeve. I still hear it. It doesn't normally bother me when I read about it or I see things in print. But I was talking to this fella. He's into vinyl. He's just starting to get into it. And that's just something it gets to me. I see a lot of people on Facebook correcting other people. It's vinyl. It's not vinyls. I don't buy vinyls. I buy vinyl. I buy records. I buy LPs, albums, but I don't get involved online. But anyway, going to show you my Zeppelin, my Black Sabbath stuff. This is a pride and joy of mine. My swirl. It's a German swirl. In near mint condition. I know where I picked this up just recently, maybe the last 9-10 months. Didn't have a Vertigo in my collection. I think this is the only one as far as I know. This could be in some corner somewhere, but German pressing, really nice condition. I'm going to show this is the original German label the insert that I got. I didn't have a swirl inner, which I really like. I've seen those on other videos, especially regarding Black Sabbath. But here's the inside. Paranoid. Fantastic record. Here's something I've had since high school when I worked at my record store, Vogel's Records in Elizabeth. Promo, you can see up here, the promo's loose, but that's where the sticker is. See, it'll slide down. But this is a promo. It's not white label, but the records are Palm Tree Warners, and they do say not for sale. Promotion not for sale. I didn't get a lot of promos at the store. There was other folks that worked there as well, so the bosses were nice enough to make sure that we all received a couple of promos here and there. I did get a Dire Straits. I did get a really cool, I think it was there where I bought it, Wheels of Fire, the Cream double live studio. Here's another Warner. This is the promo, not for sale. Black Sabbath, we sold our soul for rock and roll. And something must have happened because they got off on the right foot. And I'm going to talk about the first record because I have that Rhino record here that I just picked up. Just got sent to me from Rhino after a long delay. Here's the back. I believe this is a gatefold. It has NIB from Black Sabbath. It has Snowblind from Black Sabbath Volume 4. It has Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath. It has Master of Reality, Children of the Grave, which I don't think I have a Master of Reality. It has Black Sabbath. It has Paranoid from here. So it's, an oldie but goodie. And here's a little sticker in there I put cleaned. 2/11/15. And once I clean a record with my VPI, I'll play it once, I'll mark it clean, I'll do a little form sometime, and I won't clean it again next time I play it unless it has something on it. But normally I just zap it with an anti-static and brush it, and I'm good to go. Here's volume 4. These are all domestic except for the German swirl that I showed you, the Vertigo. Here's the inner. These may be original inners, I'm not sure, but they're all Warner inners. Black Sabbath volume 4. These are near mint. The majority of these are near mint. I've always taken care of my records by always having a correct stylus, never lending them out, never playing them more than once on the same day, which is something my brother-in-law told me, but I would play them more the same day. This has the booklet in it. Volume 4, if you ever see it in the wild, it has a booklet, which I'll show. I'm going to turn the page. A little insert booklet type of thing. That's Ozzy. Widescreen here. I believe this book's intact. And Ward, the drummer, which is just amazing. And that's the gatefold. Volume 4. I'll show you the record. Did I show you the record? I'll show it again. Volume 4, near mint. Excellent near mint. Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath. Don't really know this record. Have to play it again. Had it since childbirth, since it was new. 6666, I believe, up top. Another Warner, domestic. Warner inner. Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath. You can see the really nice condition. You got to take care of your records. Keep them stored up this way. Keep them tight. Great back cover. If you have these records, then if you know that they had custom inners, let me know. I didn't check online to go back and forth. The reason I'm doing this actual video is when I was talking to this fellow the other day, we were talking about Sabbath, and he said, do you have a lot of Sabbath? I said, not really a lot of Sabbath, but I have a fair amount. And I have on order the first Black Sabbath self-titled from the Rhino, High Fidelity. At that time, I didn't get it yet. So I said, well, I'll put a little video together of Black Sabbath. Really cool. Here's another one, Sabotage. And there's the original guys there. You can see, I think this record's 74. Here's the inner. Might not be the original Warner, but if I didn't have a Warner inner, I would pull one from my collection. What I do is I pull, if it's a generic inner and I'm going to put a MoFi sleeve, I'll pull my inners and I'll keep them in a bag, in a box, or I'll keep them with the record. But these are all nice. This is Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath. You can see right there. But if you can, let me know if you enjoy this video. Thanks again for all you people who have subbed and liked and all that other good stuff. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. We really appreciate it. We like to get the subs. Cool record behind me. I just picked this up. Beatlemania in the USA. The Liverpools on Wincott. Probably from Newark, New Jersey, or Rahway, New Jersey. Some guy was in his back garage making records. Here's the back. It's a mirror image going into another dimension. Here's a cool one. This is Technical Ecstasy. I believe this is still the original band. Some of these are actually, if I check the dead wax, actually is Sterling stamped. This is a domestic again. This has a custom inner with lyrics and some credit And you can see it beautiful. This is really nice copy on a Palm. I don't have any green Sabbath. I've got a lot of green Warner, but not green label Sabbath. It was the green label was being phased out when I started buying albums, and unless I see one used, I don't have a lot of Sabbath this way. Here's an Ozzy Blizzard of Oz. This is with the great late Randy Rhoads on all guitars. I think this was reissued. I might have the reissue. I think it was reissued on Record Store Day one year. And this is on Jet Records, which is the ELO label. There you go. This is probably VG Plus. It's got a little bit of some hairlines here, which you probably can't see, but really happy to have this. Growing up, I wasn't a big Zeppelin. I was a big Zeppelin fan. I wasn't a big Black Sabbath fan. They were kind of like dark at what I was into, more rock from England, but more of a blues, Stones, Clapton, Beck, Faces, more pop blues, and Sabbath came along. We were into Sabbath, but I didn't really buy a lot of their records. A lot of my friends were into Sabbath. We would drive some of their vans and party, and they would have Black Sabbath 8-tracks in the car, and the 8-track player was surround. Basically, there would be 4 or 5 speakers in the van, and some of them were even quad. Some of the mixes on 8-track were quad, and they would put you in another world. They were basically the music would spin and the room would spin. If it wasn't in a van, if it was in a house, it was pretty hypnotic. Here's James, I believe, James Dio. Played with Sabbath. There's a original Inner. And that's on a Warner, more modern Warner. This is actually, what year is this? Maybe 80? 85. This is 85, so, 13 years, 10 years out from the early Black Sabbath. Oh, here's the back. Of course, my original Paranoid on a Palm label. And like I said, I love this record. I was able to get a Vertigo German Gemma pressing in here. This is immaculate. This is immaculate. You can see that. I'm looking through the hole here. I could see you, but you can't see me right there. But thanks again for everybody who's tolerating these videos. And if you like what you see, let me know. If you want to see other collections, I probably have it. Got a lot of stuff behind me. I've got stuff in another area, but a lot of stuff if you want. I haven't even gone through 8-tracks. I should have. I intended to include some of my Sabbath 8-tracks and Sabbath CDs, but I slipped my mind. So, but it's the same Inner as the German Swirl, I believe. Let me see that. Yeah, this was cleaned to 11:15 near mint, I wrote. I'm into my Sabbath now. Basically, the new Rhino High Fidelity is just like the off the charts good. The original was good. I always thought it was a good recording. I did a video, 25-minute video or whatever, 20-minute video on my A-B comparison to my Palm Tree first Sabbath and my new Rhino the other day. And so we're in a Sabbath kind of mindset. So this is basically my collection. Here's the Rhino, which you've probably seen a million times already. This sold out in maybe 5 or 6 days, 5,000 copies. Could have easily been 10,000 copies. It would have, I know that would have probably sold out as well. And here's my original, which I love. I cleaned this on 2/11/15 last time, maybe again since I cleaned it. Here you have, different from the Vertigo, since that was a gatefold in England or UK, the title tracks of the record were inside sleeve, and the tracks were slightly different. And here you have the tracks and some credits on this. But this is a really nice record. This is in near mid shape. It just sounds great. A lot of people are comparing these to the High Fidelity, and they're comparing the swirl and the green Warner. And that's it. My modest but very cool Sabbath collection, considering when Sabbath was out and I was buying records, I was buying more Beatles, Stones, Clapton, Cream, Baker, McCartney, Ringo, Harrison, Temptations. I was more into Motown growing up from where I lived than like Black Sabbath. But a lot of my friends who didn't play football, they were into the Sabbath. They had long hair. They were actually emulating. In the 70s, they were emulating these people. I had a more of a strict upbringing. I didn't really wear my hair that long. What hair, from then. But my friends who were into Sabbath, they were cool, and they were also into Beatles. They were also into ELP, ELO. Down the list, Everly Brothers, everybody, Isley Brothers, everything, etc. So, really cool stuff. But if you haven't picked up the Sabbath on High Fidelity, try to pick up a copy. Not used, but new online. Unfortunately, they're all sold out, so you got to pick one up at a premium. But I think they're just as good as One Steps. They're not 45, which is nice because you don't have to split up the record. You don't have to get up as much. Some people complain. I'm not really concerned about getting up. I complain about listening to that whole experience where, especially a record like Marvin Gaye, What's Going On, I have that one step where you break the cycle of that particular concept. But that's what you get. It's quality. It sounds great. 45. If this was on 45 on Rhino, it would probably step up a bit, but they really did a great job. So you get a 33 1/3, which is really... So there it is, Black Sabbath. Like I said, if you want to see any other groups, if I have them, I'll do it. I was just talking to another friend of mine, and I think I'm going to do a Jefferson Airplane, Jefferson Starship, Hot Tuna collection. I have a lot of the early mono airplane and stereo airplane. They were released concurrently. You can buy what you want. The monos were maybe $1 list price less. Stereo was a little more. Stereo was new, and most people like the mono. The mono has a punchier sound to it. It's just like people strive for the Beatles on mono for the first 6 years or 7 years of the Beatles. So there you have it, Black Sabbath collection. Let me know what you think, and we'll see you later. Keep rocking. Thanks a lot for the subs. Really appreciate it. Take care.